And I want to just hold that question for a second because it's one of the
Okay.
most triggering questions that we can ask our partner. What's wrong? It's interesting. We want to be supportive, and sometimes when we say what's wrong, we mean it sincerely. I think something's wrong. What's wrong with you? But what we often hear is you
Negative
aren't
connotation.
acting the right way, right? What's
Yeah.
wrong? Why are you looking like that? Why are you acting like that? Why are you saying those things as though you shouldn't be, right? There's kind of a should hidden in
Yes.
there. You should be
Yeah.
different than you are right now. And so in
Because
general,
when I think about that, like I know personally, I get pretty defensive.
yes.
So then and then I'd like fire up like right away.
Hmm.
And I've seen this in families that I've worked with on the financial side. This comes up because like we talked about more than likely they're both not on the same page. It's very seldom that I work with a couple or a partnership that has it all figured out because that's why they're talking to me and likely why they're talking to you.
Exactly, exactly. And if you think about it, and you're right on, Paul, we typically become defensive when someone says what's wrong. For you, can you think of why that makes you feel defensive?
Ooh, that's a good one. Probably because there's a it probably has to do with a lack of respect
Mm.
to some degree where that
I think you're right. It feels disrespectful, which is so interesting because my guess is that that's probably not that person's intention at
right,
all.
exactly.
And I think it feels disrespectful because we don't like to be told how we feel. It's invalidating,
Yes.
right? And
Yeah.
invalidation and disrespect, they feel really similar. So when someone says what's wrong, or even worse, I can tell you're upset, we kind of get in this position of no, I'm not, or I have a right to be, right? We feel like we have to defend that feeling. And so what I recommend instead is actually a very subtle shift. We can still check in saying something like, I noticed that your face changed. Did something happen? Or I'm telling myself a story that you're upset right now. What's going on? And that phrasing, I'm telling myself a story, is something that all of the couples I work with have started practicing saying to each other because it gives just that momentary pause and acknowledgement that I don't actually know what's happening inside your head and your body. I'm telling myself a story that I want to check out with you, and I'm willing to hear your honest feedback about what actually is happening. We don't have to say all of that. We can just say, "Hey, I want to check in with you. Are you doing okay?" Right? I noticed something shift. And if our partner says, "No, I'm fine," we have to believe them, or we have to at least act as though we believe them because they're the only judge of their emotions.